Coach JJ here, Jerry Manuel Foundation. Just going to give you guys a few tips on hitting position and rhythm. Yeah, here we go. This is Justin Harmon. We're going to talk about phase one of hitting, which is our stance. So you don't have to, in phase one, everybody doesn't have to be in the same position. Usually I allow kids to start in a comfortable position as long as they can show me they can get into phase two under control and on time. So we're gonna start phase one, which is your stance. Now let me see you get into phase two, which is your attack position. So once we get here into our attack position, we should have our hands in a good slot. We should be extremely balanced on our lower half in a great athletic position. When we speed up from phase one to phase two, we want to stay in that athletic position. If it's a hittable pitch or a drivable pitch, there's no reason for us to pop up, to come off of our legs. There's no reason for us to drift forward. There's no reason for us to bend over. And there's no reason for us to disconnect and drop and collapse on that backside. All right? Now, get back into phase two. Phase two, now phase three, I talk about our 3 P's. P's stand for power. We have power in our hands and our wrists. We have power, obviously, in our hips and our core. And then we also have power in our backside. We're generating energy and power from the ground up. When I talk about staying connected, we want our 3 P's to stay connected as we're attacking the baseball. Do that one more time. So we want to stay connected as we're attacking through the baseball. Let's tempo though. Don't even put it together. If I was pitching, I want you to act like if you were facing someone throwing 80 miles per hour. I want your same rhythm. Don't even think about it. It's just you out here by yourself. That's it. Just take a full swing and hold your finish. All right, take another one. Stay on your legs a little more through your swing. All right, that's better. All right, so one more thing when we get into phase two. Get into phase two. So your attack position, your balance, bend this knee just a little bit. All right, I always go around my kids and I call this punching bag balance. So if you visualize a big 600-pound punching bag, they should be in a strong enough position with their base where they could hit that punching bag and actually drive through that punching bag. The only way you can do that is you have to be strong on your base. So I call that punching bag balance. A great way to check that is when they get into phase two, you can go around them and you push them. And you're pushing a brick wall. They should be solid and they should be able to control you as you walk around them and push them so they can get used to controlling their base. One more thing that I feel like is very, very important. There's a lot of pieces of hitting to talk about, but one of the other things I feel like is very, very important as far as staying inside the baseball. What we talk about is keeping that front arm in an L. So once you're in your slot, when you start to attack, if you keep this front arm in an L when you're attacking, it's gonna naturally keep your hands inside the baseball. Now, what happens is when we get into a position where we cast, it's because we most likely have gotten disconnected. So our balance is probably somehow, some way is not good, and that causes other body parts to fall apart and break down. So what happens is this front elbow straightens out and we get out and around the baseball, puts us in a position to hook the ball, not staying inside the ball. So a simple adjustment to baseball. Well, this is just a simple adjustment or a simple focal point that will allow hitters to easily make that adjustment and easily focus on keeping that L. It's going to help keep their hands inside the baseball.